great to be back playing. Fantastic to be at home at Jeffrey Field, and I'm very proud of our team for an important victory in Big Ten play. I thought from an attacking perspective that was as dangerous as we've looked going forward in recent times. So a really impressive offensive display by the guys. I'm pleased to get the victory today.
Go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Congratulations on a great win.
Thank you.
What did you guys do over the COVID break in practice? You know, getting you guys to gel. I mean, that was an amazing offensive explosion. Can you just describe what you guys have been working on?
We've tried to give the guys some short-term targets as we've gone through practice. It was, of course, really disappointing to be more than 2 weeks without a game. So we had to try and create very clear themes in every aspect of the game. And I really compliment the players for overcoming the disappointment, because it was hard at times to sell it psychologically, if you know what I mean, that we were going to play. And I think there's always that doubt that, you know, what's coming next, what's the next challenge, because we have dealt with a lot of challenges, as most every team and most every person has during this pandemic. So just short-term targets, really focused, trying to pay attention to the details and get ready to go again. So really compliment our guys on their approach.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Jeff, you know, obviously having this 2-week layoff, you know, obviously that's more time off during the season than you would normally have. Does it allow you to sort of have more introspection on either what you need to do better as a coach, or tinker with lineups, tinker with strategies than you might get over the course of a regular season?
Oh, you're right. It was like yet another preseason in this year of, you know, a lot more practicing than playing because of the pandemic. I think, yeah, of course, we looked at everything as a staff of how we're preparing the scouting reports, for example, how we would manage the training load during the week. That was a challenge because, you know, you're waiting one day to get on a bus or a plane to play a game, and the next day you all of a sudden have 5 days of practice. So I think we'd spent a lot of time meeting behind the scenes. I want to compliment our assistant coaches, our performance coach, our trainer, Kate Deakins in operations, that we've been working overtime to try and keep the team engaged and not let their heads drop, despite the fact that we have had some challenges in recent weeks.
Go ahead.
Hey, Coach, which, if any, of the 4 goals today would you say you'd like to replicate going forward? Like, as in, like, if you could choose one of those sequences, which one screamed Penn State goal the most?
Well, actually, to be honest, I think maybe one of the possible controversial penalty decisions, but Pierre Reedy's goal, for example, of what we would call breaking lines and getting forward quickly. You know, it's like a set to a runner through, and that we have those threats in multiple positions from multiple players. So that would be one that I thought, and I think it also came at a critical time. We challenged the guys at halftime to come out and attack the game, and scoring early in the second half, even though we did give one away shortly after that, gave us a lot of momentum and confidence. So that would be one.
Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, Jeff, obviously, you know, Danny Blow, I know you brought him in from Old Dominion, and I know you guys know each other and have a history. I mean, was there ever any concern that he would, you know, have the offensive output that he's had today and against, you know, Rutgers the last time you guys played?
Short answer is no. I've had a lot of faith in Danny. If you get to know him, his personal character is just outstanding. And anybody who plays in that position has to, at some point, you're going to endure a dry spell where it's just not going to flow as easily for you. But his work ethic in practice, he's beloved by his teammates and staff. And I'm really happy for him, because no matter what happens, he keeps going. And I, having known him as a youth player, his aggression in the other team's penalty area is a special quality. And his mentality, his focus, put him into those positions today. And I was really happy that the ball hit the back of the net.
All right, we have time for 2 more. So Otis and then Jake.
Sure. Thanks, Nicole.
Yeah, Coach, I know you hate being asked this, but since there are 4 guys out, despite a long COVID pause, can you give us an injury update on the team right now?
Yeah, my update would be we get on a plane on Thursday to go to Northwestern. So Otis, what I said to the group, this is, you know, we always talk about this, even in a normal non-COVID year, about being available, being durable, and being so you can be available for selection. In this COVID era, you also have to be healthy, right? And I would say, again, I've said this multiple times, our trainers, our team doctors, our athletic administration, we do so much to keep them healthy. So that's number 1 job. right? Stay healthy. We have a number of guys that are close from an injury perspective. I can't give you like a player by player update because we'd be here for all night, right? I don't think we have permission to be here late at night, but we are getting closer. Guys are coming back, and I do expect maybe one, maybe two additions ahead of Northwestern. And the final thing I would say on that point, the team that's going to be successful this year in the Big Ten, and then ultimately, hopefully in the NCAAs, is a team that's playing their best soccer in about a month from now, 4 to 6 weeks. And we got to focus on that.
Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, Jeff, obviously I know this is the second time you guys have played Rutgers this year. And I know you obviously in a normal year, you don't usually double up on Big Ten opponents, but when it comes to familiarity, I mean, is it a double-edged sword because you know what to expect from them and they know what to expect from you, or is it an advantage? What is that like?
I think it's you hit it right. It's a bit of both. There's some familiarity. We've have some of our players who've played against and with those players as youth players in the region, in the Northeast. So I think there can be a danger of complacency setting in. Oh, we've watched this movie before, we know what to expect, and often you don't. But I thought our approach, especially right from kickoff, I think the first 5 minutes or so, you could see initially we're on the front foot in possession and did really well. So again, I think the only thing we have guaranteed right now is, the game at Northwestern, and even that we have to get ready for. So we've tried to really instill that in all this disappointment, the pain that's been caused by the pandemic. We have to embrace every opportunity we get to play. And I think our players are intelligent, they're committed, and they know that if you start looking beyond what's in front of you in the Big Ten, you're going to pay a heavy price for that. And they've been very disciplined. So I'm really grateful for that as their coach.